Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to, or this afternoon, we're watching and reacting to Toronto FC versus Columbus Crew, MLS 2026 Week 5. The Trillium Cup begins. A mini rivalry, or whatever you want to call it, one of Toronto's rivals. And Toronto's wearing white at home, which I'm sure if this game goes to shit, I'm going to complain about heavily. If we're winning, I guess not, but not like that. But if Toronto's losing or playing like utter shit or drawing or it's boring, I am going to complain about it. That they're wearing white jerseys at home against one of their rivals. I'll be ornery about it. Either way. With that being said, here we are. Match one of the weekend. We have a Portland-LA Galaxy match tomorrow to go live for and review. But that's tomorrow. And that's tomorrow. With that being said, Toronto-Columbus. Very simple. Very easy MLS match. Toronto has more points than Columbus this year. Toronto has 2 more points than Columbus this year. Which is absolutely crazy, all things considered. Either way, did not expect that at all. Toronto is in a playoff spot as we speak. Stop the count. With that being said, since I love 3-word slogans, wait, do I like verb the noun too? Either way, starting 11s are as follows. I don't want to complain, but which part? How we doing, Dillon? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Starting 11 for Toronto FC. Luka Gavrin in goal. The back 5 of DeAndre Kerr, Benjamin Kuskevich, Richie Lareal, Walker Zimmerman, Raheem Edwards. Midfield 3. Jonathan Osorio, Alonso Coelho, Jose Cifuentes, and the front 3 of Daniel Shallowy, Josh Sargent, Mihailovic, and Monlouis. Monlouis is on the bench, and Jordy's on the bench, but Jordy's recovering from an illness. I don't know why Monlouis is on the bench, but he did just come back, so I guess maybe, fitness reasons. Starting 11 for Columbus Crew, Patrick Schulte. At least he didn't start. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, no, at least. Wait, is he putting DeAndre Kerr as a wing back? Or is Coelho playing center back? Either way. Interesting. Yeah, but at least he's not playing Derek Etienne Jr. or Thompson or Kobe. Franklin. Just said Franklin. Either way. Starting 11 for Columbus Crew. Patrick Schulte. Back 4 of Andres Herrera, Steven Moreira, Sean Zawadzki, Malti Amundsen. Midfield 4, Diego Rossi. We have Andre Gomes, Dylan Chambos, Max Arfston, Taha Habrun, and Wesamabua Ali up top. So, there you go for them. There you go for them. Oh, Wrexham beat Sheffield. Well, good for Wrexham. Sheffield United, I should say. I'm not on the crew. You're not on the Columbus crew. But you're on the Pirates crew. Not the Columbus crew, but you're on the Pirates crew, though. See what I did there. Why is Kerr at center back? Thought Mob is dumb. Either he's playing outside back, which that doesn't really make sense. They should have done that with Henry. Not that I agree with that either, but, Not that I agree with that either. But I'm just going to say FOTMob's being dumb. I'm sure Apple will have a better formation. FOTMob's really screwed up with Toronto's formation over the first couple of weeks, which I don't think they expected us to go 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, but now you know, which they put it to a 5-3-2, but do I think Richie's on the outside and Coelho's playing center back? That's probably more likely. And then Kerr in the midfield or going forward. You better cook. There we go. That was good. Hopefully Jordy is good for at least 30 minutes. I worry Sargent will look bad without him. Yeah, but by the time Jordy comes on, then Sargent's probably getting pulled because, I mean, this is Fraser we're talking about. I mean, let's not forget, this is Robin Fraser we're talking about. You better cook. Yeah, good point. I mean, he's tall. I mean, I wouldn't say Monlouis is that tall, though, for a center back. You know, I mean, Monlouis, I mean, he's not as short as Lisandro Martinez, but Monlouis don't seem that tall to me. Now, I'm, you know, what's the word? Perception might not be reality, but he doesn't seem that tall to me. Kerr might be taller than Monlouis, but let me see. I know FOTMob shows their height, or do they not? I could have sworn they did. Oh, there we go. 5'11". DeAndre Kerr is only 5'11". I would have thought, okay, I'm a little bit surprised, honestly. Zane Monlouis is 6'1". Zane Monlouis is actually taller than DeAndre Kerr. Well, you wouldn't know it by looking at him. I'm not a good judge of height. Height doesn't measure heart. I'm not a good judge of height. Not that it matters, but you know. I always thought Kerr was at least 6 foot. Me too. I thought he was like 6'2", 6'3", you know? I've always thought that. Then again, FOTMob might be wrong once again. Luka Gavrin in goal. The back three of Kuskevich, Zimmerman, Larea. Okay, back five, or midfield five are Raheem Edwards, Jose Cifuentes, Alonso Coelho, Jonathan Osorio, DeAndre Kerr, Daniel Shallowy, and Josh Sargent. So Kerr's playing wing back. Called it. Coelho in the midfield, Kuskevich, Zimmerman, Larea, the three center backs. That's a choice. I mean, I'd rather Richie be a center back than then play Cozy. I mean, that's Schulte for Columbus. Could be worse. Amundsen, Zawadzki, Herrera. Arston, Shambos, Gomes, Rossi, Abu Ali, and Habrun. About time we play Kerr on the wing. Been saying this since last year. Maybe Fraser went on hashtag TFC Live for lineup recommendations. I mean, if you're going to play, I mean, but there's also a guy named Malik Henry that we're completely forgetting about. I mean, we're completely forgetting about Malik Henry, though. We're completely forgetting about him. I like Coelho getting the start. I agree. I didn't even see your comment, Risklander. I didn't even see your comment. From last video. Dude, I didn't even know you put a comment on there. I didn't even see it. Hold on. I'm going to check both. There are 0 comments on the prediction video. You did not comment on the Tigres video. You did not comment on the Tigres video. Stream-wise, oh, there's been 2 videos since the last stream. Miami, Nashville, let's see. Did not comment on there either. Just joking, April Fools. It's not April Fools yet. That's 10 days from now. 10 days from now. You see the Norwich not playing staff scandal or paying staff scandal. I did not see that, but you know what? Man, we paid them $20 million. They can't pay their fucking staff? Fucking hell. Okay, score prediction. 2-1 Toronto. 2-1 Toronto. Which, well, we did score 2 goals in the first game, so it's possible. 2-1 Toronto. I like the way we look recently. I really do. Same. Norwich and shambles. Shallowy 3rd goal incoming. Probably. Shallowy MVP 2026? Maybe. I mean, you know what? No, you know what? Yeah, no, Daniel Shallowy's going to be 2nd place in the MVP voting because he's not Lionel Messi. Like, Daniel Shallowy, I'm going there. Screw it. I'm going there. I'm going there because he looks good even with Fraser as the manager. But if they call it the Pirate, holy shit, bro. He might actually be the MVP. But I'm calling it. Daniel Shallowy's the guy who actually will deserve the MVP when they just hand the fucker to Messi again, like they have been the past couple of years. Shallowy's going to be the guy who actually deserves the MVP. Just like Evander did, what, 2 years ago? Just like Bouanga did. I'm calling it. Yeah, Daniel Shallowy is going to be the guy who actually deserves to win the MVP when Messi gets the MVP handed to him just because he's Lionel Messi. I think, you know what? I'm going to go there. I know it's CONCACAF. I'm going there. I don't care if Messi scores 25 goals in MLS this year and assists 20. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't. Messi should not win the MVP after the shit they pulled against Nashville. No. By the way, it's not like they got knocked out by Liga MX's team. They got knocked out by an MLS team. It kind of matters, doesn't it? Messi scored the 1 goal for Miami over the 2 legs. Yeah. 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 Right, he did. But he's the captain of the team, right? That means you're the leader. That means shit falls on you when it goes wrong, right? Yeah, I don't care. They lost to Nashville in the Champions Cup in the round of 16. And they had the bye, so they didn't even play the prelim round, as in Miami. So, to me, that means Messi shouldn't even be the MVP. Right? No. No, he shouldn't. No. Hope TFC does well today. I have a feeling they will. Don't let I'm drawing a blank. He'll pop up at some point. Sargent first goal's coming. I hope so too. Yeah, you know what? Shallowy and Sargent. That sounds good to me. Sargent actually looked solid when he came on. I'm not going to lie. Last week, so. Paulie Market has Suarez 39%. For MVP, Messi 4%. Huh? I mean, Paulie Market is a bunch of idiots, so. if you're betting crypto on politics and sports on a stock-like basis, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Kalshi, Polymarket, things like that, that's just, if you're going to bet on sports, do it the normal way. If you're betting on politics, I don't know. Oh, you know, for yes, it's 60 cents. It's 60 cents a share for yes. Like, dude. I mean, Polymarket, I guess, is good for odds, but how? Suarez is barely, I mean, he is better than Bertarame. That I won't disagree with. Pierre-Luc Lazier is a center ref tonight. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not what you want to see. Younes Marakchi, the VAR referee. You know, I mean, yeah, Polymarket's good for like percentages, I guess. Columbus wearing their black jersey, Toronto wearing their white jersey. Toronto could have wore red. What are we doing? I'm going to be more ornery about it if we're losing or this game's boring. Sargent kicks off. We're off. I like the Goosebumps kits, but we still could have wore our red jerseys. Why are we wearing white at home? It's a quota. Wear white every away game then. Wear white every away game then. It's called a quota. Wear it. Officer Ryan, are you arresting Miami for fraudulent activity? Yes. Wear white every away game then. I swear, man, I can't. I hate when the away. The only way I accept the away jerseys being worn at home is when they did the orange numbering for Truth and Remembrance or Reconciliation Day. Truth and Reconciliation Day. There we go. That's the only time I expected it because actually that was an interesting idea. I don't even think they did that last year though. I think they only did that in 22 or 23 and 24. But they had the orange number on the white jersey on like one of their last home games around Truth and Reconciliation Day. That I liked. That I respected because an orange number would look horrible on a red jersey. So I think they made the right decision there. But if you're just wearing the regular white jersey with a red numbering, okay, sure. Okay, sure. Don't like it. Wearing white at home is just so stupid to me. It's the worst. It's the worst. You should not be wearing your away jersey at home. Free kick by Toronto. Zimmerman puts it long. Header by Kerr. Well, you know what? The DeAndre on the wing might just work. Throw in for Richie. I kind of like it. I do. I think that kind of 0-0, 2 minutes in. I think DeAndre on the wing, early signs kind of make it look like DeAndre being on the wing kind of picks up some of the slack that Jordy left. Jordy being sick left, so to speak, you know. I like it. I like it. I like it. Arfston. And I think, yeah, Columbus's jerseys glow in the dark. I think that's why the yellow looks like it does. Playing forward, except they're playing at midday, noon. They're playing at high noon. But at least they're wearing their away jerseys on the road. Playing forward. Arfston all alone. Perfect pass by Columbus. Gavrin, header. Goal! Wessam Abu Ali. Perfect play by Columbus, and Columbus leads 1-0. All alone was Arfston, and Wessam Abu Ali makes the perfect run. And a looping header top bins. And Columbus has the lead. Okay, maybe we're still garbage. Lord have mercy, man. Lord have mercy. Perfect cross by Arfston. Perfect header by Wessam. It was a beautiful goal. We're still garbage, though. Man, we really needed those 3 points. And it's the 5th minute. Wessam Abu Ali, 5 minutes in, 0-1 for Columbus. And it is onside. They pressed way too high, and they left themselves up against it. And now they're kind of pulling back a little bit too late. Well, at least the North can't blame Gavin on that one. Yeah, I can't either. I blame everybody else. Playing forward. They left everybody. Wow, I don't know who left. Well, yeah, they hung Gavin out to dry. Yeah. Cifuentes going forward. They hung Gavin out to dry. Shot! Saved. Saved by Schulte. It just bounced. Yes. Well, it sounds like he may leave before the end of his contract. And you know what? Hallelujah. Well, they could replace him with an even worse private equity guy. Okay. I'm glad Garber's gone. Nobody, at least if it's a private equity guy, we have no qualms about it being crappy. Like, people are like, well, Don Garber saved the league, you know? Yeah, he saved it for sure. And now he's got it punching up against a glass ceiling it'll never break. Some people still back Garber, even though, save the crew. The skullduggery with Vancouver and Montreal, the schedule. Like, he's not perfect at all, but hey, you know what? Some people are like, well, he saved the league and he built it to what it is today. Okay, sure. How about when a private equity guy takes over and it's just crappy? Well, at least we'll agree on that. Yeah, and Garber was the same. At least he had the legacy to at least either way. I'm glad. This game isn't over. Columbus aren't good this year. Yeah, but Toronto's not that good either. We're just somewhat better. Call the Pirate. Well, that sucks. That's never happened to me. Except for, rain delays, but that makes sense. Have you guys noticed a pattern with FIFA? Every country that's hosted a World Cup recently has been in conflict or war. Those countries right after have just been getting worse and worse. Herrera gets a yellow card. Yeah. Maybe that's what happens when you pick despot states to run or host a World Cup. I don't know. It's not like, you could see it happening. Qatar kind of got drug in, to be honest. That's going to be a goal kick for Schulte, but either way, 6 minutes in, this team lacks so much offensive creativity. When Georgie's not on the field, it's sad. I don't disagree, but for the first, it was an early burst, but Kerr didn't look bad on the wing. I thought that was a good idea to try to build back the creativity, or at least try to pick up the slack. I think they were pressing too high, and that got them caught out, and then they allow the goal. I think here comes Wessam Abu Ali, plays forward, Kuskevich. Why are you playing it right back to Gavin? Oh my God, I think I almost had a heart attack there. Wow. That was a bad idea, but it's okay. It's okay. DeAndre Kerr, cross in, high angle cross, headed down, headed away by Herrera. I wouldn't say we have no creativity. I mean, just look at that. Free kick for advantage played. Okay, blocked away. Morera, Sargent trying to press the ball, out for a throw in. I wouldn't say it was. And there's going to be a VAR check, I guess. Garber hasn't been too bad with what he's done for the league, but a new man might be needed to push ahead to the next level. I don't disagree with that. No, you're right. I agree. I don't exactly know what the referee was checking, but okay. We are checking. We are checking. We are checking. We are checking. Oh, it's 400. Oh, today's Osorio's 400th appearance for Toronto FC. Holy shit. Well, it has been 13 years. Good for him. What, to run MLS or be the president? No. I mean, an anarcho-capitalist would be better in private equity to run MLS for sure, but I don't want to be the commissioner. And I don't think Austin Peterson would want to be the commissioner either. And John McAfee is dead. Did he kill himself? I have no idea, but over the top. Header, brought down, cleared. Toronto picks it back up. Ron Paul's way too old. Now, well, even if we were talking about presidency, I know Ron Paul's way too old. Either way. Personally, though, I would not want to be the commissioner of MLS. I would rather be the giant thorn in the commissioner's side, no matter who it is, trying to ruin their plans of Miami domination. Which Miami's doing a good job of ruining their plans themselves, but I want to be that jackass thorn in the commissioner's side who just runs his mouth and Toronto wins all the time, and Toronto's the dominant team, not Miami. And I just talk my shit. Run my mouth all the time. Just run my mouth all the time. Basically, like Christian Horner on Drive to Survive. If there was ever a new season of MLS or offside or onside, was that what it was called? Onside. And I was the manager, I would be the Christian Horner of onside. I would just be stirring up so much. It would be too much pandering to Messi is Miami's problem. Don't disagree. Either way, 13th minute, 0-1 Columbus. Have the commissioner on strings, have Miami on strings, have Montreal on strings, maybe Vancouver on strings. Maybe. I don't know. all the time. Of course, every week, whoever we play, they will be on strings, but they will be on strings. But 24/7, Miami will be on strings. If it had anything to do with me, 24/7, 365, Miami will be on strings. Montreal will be on strings. Vancouver probably will be on strings. And the commissioner would be on strings. Headed away. Should just let Gavin catch it. Cornelius is available. TFC should pick him up. I mean, we have Kuskevich, though. If Monlouis healthy, this isn't really a problem, but I don't know if a back three was the best idea anyway. I don't know. I don't like the back three. I mean, it's not what I would be doing. I don't know. It would definitely appear more as a back five in my case, but I don't know if I like the back three. If you wanted extra width, maybe a 4-5-1. Maybe. Playing forward. I don't like the back three, really. Player down hurt for Toronto. And it's... Can't really. Don't tell me. Oh, no. Toronto is still figuring themselves out. It's Shallowy. Shallowy is down. No. No, 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 no. You dirty bastards! Oh my God, they injured Shallowy! You bastards! Yeah, no, that was dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty. Yellow card, please. Isn't Herrera already on a yellow? He should be off. Yeah, he's already on a yellow. He should be off. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. That was dirty. Send him off. Cornelius is an amazing player for the national team. Yeah, but Monlouis is just as good. If he was healthy, Kuskevich is solid. Monlouis is pretty damn good. It's just that he's not playing right now. I'd rather have Monlouis over Cornelius. Think Danhausen cursed Miami? Possible. 17th minute, possible. Player national team starter. I mean, Cornelius isn't bad, but I prefer Monlouis, and I kind of like Kuskevich. I really do. I mean, Kuskevich, the jury's out, but jury's still out, but I like Kuskevich. I think he's a solid player. I don't think center back is the least of our worries at this point. Center back's the least of Toronto's worries at this point, if I'm being honest. Not to mention Gomes is right around the corner. I agree, yeah. But he also could play outside back as well. So if you have Kuskevich, Zimmerman, and Monlouis, well, I guess you kind of have to go with a back three. And then Gomes could play on the outside if need be, which actually, but then we also have Pereira, and Pereira deserves a shot. Damn it. The gears are turning in my head. Gomes could also play on the outside as well. He can play center back and outside back, which is good. The gears are turning in my head. No way, Cornelius way better. I disagree. And that's not a slot on Cornelius, but I think Toronto, the least of their problems is their center back room. Honestly, their defensive room, center backs and outside backs, that's the least of their worries right now, which is wild to say. Like, I don't think our defense is the problem right now. If anything's the problem, I think it's our offense and the fact that we're still not creating enough. Bombito and Cornelius, best duo. Okay, I mean, I think Moyes is an amazing player. I agree, but he ain't coming back from Europe. So why does Zimmerman pass and go out of position too much? He still thinks he's young enough to do it and get away with it. What's Fraser telling him? Yeah, I think Zimmerman's a little bit dangerous as a center back. I don't know what he's telling him, but he does go out of position a bit too much. Walker, Toronto, Ranger. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, I think he takes it up to himself, and if he's got to step up, he steps up, and it normally ends badly. I think he doesn't realize he's getting a bit older for that. Like, personally to me, I don't think Walker's a bad center back at all, though. But I do realize he's getting older. Like, he's getting to the end of his prime, if not out of it completely. Why do you think we signed him? It's not the first time we've pulled this shit. Like, yeah, no, arguably, which is funny because he's a two-time MLS Defender of the Year, but Walker Zimmerman arguably is the weakest center back in our center back room that should be playing. Or I would not be mad if he was playing. Now, of course, Cozy Thompson and Kobe Franklin are the worst. They should not be touching this team at all. Hell, they should be playing for TFC2 at this point. Send them back to the twos. I'd rather play Lazar Stefanovic. You know, I would rather play Lazar Stefanovic. But, well, what about, well, I think Lazar is very solid. I really think he's solid. Like, remember that one time where he made that game, played against St. Louis in 23, and he was pretty damn solid, and that was his first MLS match? Lazar Stefanovic has a high ceiling. He really does. And normally he performs to it when he's on. So, no, I think Lazar is very good. But for center backs on our team that I'm fine if they're playing, Walker has to be the weakest. And I think that just shows how deep our center back room is. Because if the big signing we made in the offseason before this little rush was a two-time MLS Defender of the Year who's getting out of his prime. If he's the weakest center back we have, but we have Gomes and Monlouis and Kuskevich and those guys and even Stefanovic, you know what? That just shows you how strong our room is. Over the bar. Hey, how we doing? But it just shows you how we're doing, I think, when Walker Zimmerman is our weakest center back. And he was a former two-time Defender of the Year. It just shows you, right? I think we have a solid room overall. Back four, back five, wing backs, center backs. Goalies kind of... but... Get Cornelius now. Oh, my God. That's not happening. Isn't he? I mean, it's not as bad as Bombito or unlikely as Bombito, but what are we trying to do here? But playing forward, Toronto down 1-0. I think we're good at center back. I think we're good. TFC should have picked up Eustachio when he was available. Okay, I don't disagree with that one. But he wanted LAFC. I think he wanted a loan move. Personally. And then he wanted to go back to Europe after the World Cup because he wanted match time. He wanted a loan deal. I don't think he wanted a long-term deal. And I think that's why he went to LAFC, because LAFC were giving him a loan. I don't think he wanted to be in Toronto long-term. Now, we'll see how that plays out. But I think he chose LAFC because of the loan. I think he wanted to go straight back to Europe or try to see what Europe would bring him after the season and the World Cup was over. Or if Porto would even give him a shot. I think that's what he wanted to do. See what the World Cup did for him. But I don't think he wanted to be tied to Toronto. And, I mean, partially it's because they suck. Especially at the time. You didn't know where they'd be. And they look better. They look better for sure. But you can't sit here and be like, hey, I understand why he's in LAFC. I don't think it's totally Toronto's fault. I think it was more of an Eustachio decision. Corner for Coelho. I think it was more of his decision. But cross in, header, DeAndre over the bar. So close. 0-1, 25th minute. How we doing? Good morning, Iran! Couldn't help it. 26th minute. Good morning, Vietnam. Header. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I lost my $500 on Liverpool. Man, you lost my $500 on Liverpool. Man, I lost my $500 on Liverpool. Shit, man. Shouldn't have bet on Liverpool this year. You're out of your mind, man. Liverpool are garbage. What were you doing? Why are we betting on Liverpool in the big 2026? Have you not learned your lesson? I guess you just did. $500. One, that's a big stack. Second of all, Liverpool in the big 2026. Is this bet go under 2.5? Suggest Bros, this bet going under 2.5. I think this game's a 2-1 win for Toronto, so no, it's going to go over. I think it's going over. Well, actually, I still think Toronto can find... I mean, they've been knocking at the door. Even if Toronto equalizes, it might just be 2-1 for Columbus. This game's going 2-1 somehow, so no, it's not going under. No. It's going over 2.5. $500 is a lot of money to throw down on garbage. See? Bros, Toronto FC come back. I think they can. Yeah, $500 is a lot to throw down on garbage. Which that's what Liverpool is this year. Garbage. Then again, how much did you put on the over or under? Why? Again, putting $500 down on Toronto is just even worse. Well, actually. That's just radioactive waste. And that... What? Is he trying to draw a free kick? That was just... What do you think about Chelsea versus Everton? Who wins? I don't know. As a Chelsea fan, well, they should beat Everton, but it is Chelsea we're talking about. I mean, I think Chelsea wins. I may be a little bit biased, I don't trust Blueco as far as I could throw him, and frankly, I don't trust LinkedIn Liam as much as far as I could throw him either. Like, I get losing to PSG that badly, but they might just lose to Everton 4-0, and it wouldn't shock me at all. Chelsea might just lose to Everton 4-0, and it wouldn't even shock me at all. I mean, David Moyes is doing well with Everton. Chelsea wins Cole Palmer and João Pedro. Toronto will win this one. I mean, I like the way they're playing. Yeah, that first goal is a bad one to allow, but, you know, I mean, Wesam Abu Ali. No free kick, advantage played. Good. I think that was a clean tackle. 30th minute. Wouldn't shock me. I mean, Larea is the best player on TFC. I like Richie, but this ain't 3 years ago. I lost $150 on Man United also. Well, you know what? That's not as bad. 150 is a little bit, it's getting there for me. But Man United has been better since Carrick took over. So you know what? That's not as bad of a shot. I'd say right now Man United are better than Liverpool. I would say it. I'd say it. Shit, I think Man United are better than Chelsea right now. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Over the top, that should be offside. Yep. Man United is best, bro. Best team. Certainly Newcastle. How are PSG the underdogs? How? How? They never have been. They've either been chokers or been the best team in the world or the most dangerous team in the world. They've never been underdogs. At least when people cared about the words PSG. Hell no. Worst comes to worst, I'm going Pogue. Worst comes to worst, I'm going Pogue. No open contract. Worst comes to worst. I'm pretty damn smart, you know. If worst comes to worst and I can't get out of it with conscientious objector or being ordaining myself as a minister or saying fragging, Pogue. I'm going Pogue. Or if the scoliosis don't get me out, I'm going Pogue. I'm smart enough to do it too. I'm going Pogue. Worst comes to worst. Hopefully, knock on wood. Knock on wood. That's like the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Prediction, who wins? Real Madrid. You can beat Man City, you're not doing too bad. Real Madrid. I mean, I kind of want Obed Vargas to do well, but, you know. But there's like 5 avenues. Like, having all those avenues, well, I don't have the $20 ordained ministership yet, but if shit gets hotter, I'm going to, I'll punt $20 on an ordained ministership. Right now, probably smarter to do it now, but if the heat gets hotter, if the smoke gets thicker, so to speak, I'll do it. But once I have that, scoliosis, knowing what fragging is, conscientious objector. I mean, there's like four different avenues I have. But I mean, 26. I think I'm just out of the range for now. Either way. Athletic Bilbao versus Batiste. Who wins? Athletic Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao. Good thing I'm 26. Good thing I'm an unk. Good thing I'm an unk. Now, of course, if it gets too damn hot, that won't matter. But right now, let's... Have Toronto got any DP spots left? Yeah, they have one. Yeah. As far as, yeah, I think they have one. I think they bought down Oso, and Batiste wins for sure. This ain't 2025. Oh. Let's go under 2.5, I'm sure. Oh, Toronto will tie the game, and somebody's going to allow a goal in the freaking stoppage time for it to go over 2.5. You're new here, aren't you? Toronto, more likely Toronto's going to tie the game and then lose it in the last 5 minutes. But maybe the opposite can happen. Playing forward. I mean, they've knocked at the door over the past 10, 15 minutes. Weston Abu Ali, all alone. Good tackle. Should be a free kick for Toronto. It is. How much you bet on Newcastle? Yeah, I guess asking Dillon's better than me. Please stream the match. It's called a watch-along. If I stream the match, I'll get a strike, a copyright strike. I can't do that. It's like listening on radio. Nothing. Good guy Dillon tells somebody not to bet when they've already lost $650. No. I'm not getting a copyright strike. 36-minute throw-in for Columbus. What it means. A watch-along sounds exactly like it means. Sound it out. DeAndre Kerr on the ball. Top of the box, shot over the bar. Does it go under 2.5? Yeah, well. At least we lost early. '38th minute. Cash out the money when it's gone profit. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Free kick for Coelho. Header. Cleared away. I mean, it's a Coca-Cola. I don't drink beer. I don't drink beer. I'm straight edge. No, I won't draw X's on my hands. I'm not CM Punk. I don't drink beer. On New Year's Eve, do I drink Moscato? Champagne? A couple of glasses? Yeah, but other than that, sorry, bro. I don't know why you are. Corner. Ball crossed in. Header! Wide! Corner for Toronto. Man, that was so close, man. That was so close. Good header by Columbus to make sure it stayed out. Sargent and Kerr with a header. Under 2.5 for sure. Dude, there's still over a half to go. Corner. It is MLS. Cross in. Header. Shot save! Another corner for Toronto. Good save by Schulte. Schulte looks like Dracula. He doesn't really like crosses. That's a good one. Ball crossed in. Cleared away. Toronto, top of the box. Ah, nice, 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 nice. That's what I'm talking about. Chipped over the top, caught by... Well, that wasn't... He claimed that one pretty easily. The power of cross compels you. The power... Playing forward. You said you wanted to profit. You dropped $500, 88 bucks in profit. Leave it. Get more. Profit higher. Profit higher. Corner for Columbus. Shambost. Profit higher. Profit higher. Higher profit. Higher profit. Corner. What are you doing? 43rd minute. It's my daily work. Bro, I lose, I win, it'll be balanced. You sound like a day trader. You sound like one of those day traders in those Forex jackasses. Ay, ay, ay. Playing forward. 44th minute. Playing forward. Shot! Wide! Shalloway goes wide. No, it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 p.m. It's the afternoon. It's still sunshine outside. Sun up. I know time zones are a thing, so. Honestly, I don't know what time it is in India. I don't know. 11:30 p.m. Okay, so it's not as weird as. I know Japanese. I know Japan's time zone off the back of my hand. I know England's off the back of my hand. Of course, I know all the North American time zones, but it's not too crazy. But India's no. '45th minute. No. I do not know Hindi. I do not know the Hindi language. I know the only thing. Well, under 2.5 for sure. I only know the cities of India. I know where India is on a map. I know the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal's India. I know the Taj Mahal. I know Siddhartha Gautama. That was in India, right? Buddhism. Wow. I know about Holi. I know about Diwali. New Delhi, the capital of India. Yeah. I know about Diwali. I know what. Header. Oh. Wouldn't you know it? +2. Have you? I've never been to India. No. No. Probably never will be. I mean, I like traveling, but I don't think. Unless the Pirates ever called and they do play Intercontinental Cup in India, I don't see myself. No. There's a lot more I want to travel to before. $150 profit. That's better. That's a better cash out. That's a better cash out. 47th minute. There's a lot more places I want to travel. Morocco, halftime, 1-0 for Columbus. 0-1, halftime, Columbus leads. Toronto hadn't been too bad, but Columbus got an early goal because Toronto was brain dead. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? Been a while since I traveled. You learn a lot by doing so. I don't disagree. I think traveling is a good way to learn about different cultures, languages. Immerse yourself, yes. Learn quickly. We'll see. We'll see. But I mean, yeah, no, traveling is an amazing thing, and I wish I could do it all the time. And there are places that are higher on my list to go to, especially of my own volition. Especially of my own volition. Italy being one of the highest, Japan being probably number one. I would never go. I think I'd rather go to India more than Monaco. My weekly dump on Monaco moment. Because the only thing I'd consider going to Monaco for is the Monaco Grand Prix. But turns out I hate the Monaco Grand Prix because I think it's garbage. And I don't have a yacht. And I probably will never have a yacht, even if I'm rich. I'm still not going to buy a yacht. And if I do, I'm going to name it the Stugatz. Oh! Oh! Yeah, if I have a yacht, it'll be named the Stugatz. Don't worry. Stugatz! Stugatz! Kind of shows either way. I'd rather travel to India than Monaco. Yep. India's higher on my list than Monaco, yes. That's a good shout, yes. Yes. This is where you miss a healthy number 10. Just can't finish the crew did on one counter. Been to the UK, Saudi Arabia, France, and Bali. Indonesia sounds fun. France, UK, Saudi Arabia. Dillon would love the Saudi Arabia part of it because Dillon loves the Saudi Pro League. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, top of the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, 1-0 for Columbus. Columbus finished on a counter. Toronto did not, but Toronto don't look too bad. This game ain't over yet. I wish Mihailovic was playing. Hopefully get at least 30 minutes, and that'll probably change a lot. But either way, sit tight, be back. Short break. Sit tight, be back. 0-1. How we doing, William? We're back for the stats. Yeah, the world is very different. The world is very different. Back for the stats of the half. Toronto down 1-0. Did it to themselves, really, but stats of the half. 43% possession to 57% possession. 7 shots to 1. 3 shots on goal to 1. Toronto is, well, besides the possession, I mean, they're outplaying on shots, expected goals, and shots on goal. 127 accurate passes, 77% pass accuracy to 193. 81% pass accuracy, 6 fouls to 11, 7 corners to 1, 7 shots to 1, 3 shots on goal to 1. We got 164 passes to 238, 77% pass accuracy to 81, 7 throws to 10, 1 offside to 2, 0 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 0-1 at the half. Toronto, I mean, they don't look too bad, per se. I think when it comes to it, they had a bad play where they had nobody at the back. They played the ball over the top, and it was pretty much fait accompli from there. Arston to Abua Lee, header, there you go. But I think Toronto since then have really pushed forward. They've knocked at the door. They've got close to scoring. They definitely could tie this game. I think they don't look too bad. Yeah, they're losing, but I don't think this is one of those losses where you can really be too mad about it overall. But we'll see how the second half goes. We'll see. I'm sorry, I'm just showing off. I said Toronto needs a goal. They do. That's pretty easy, yeah. And Everton's up 1-0 on Chelsea. What'd I tell you? What did I tell you? Everton is 1-0 up on Chelsea. What did I freaking tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Well, man, I'm okay, but I'm sick and tired of seeing MLS teams get trashed in Mexico. I mean, I am too, but at least Toronto never did. It seems like Mexicans have some kind of witchcraft on their fields, or maybe some MLS teams just have bad defenders. I don't even know what to think anymore. It's called altitude. It's hard to play in when you're not used to playing in it. And you only play in it up to 4 times a year, maybe 5. But Mexican altitude is even more different than Colorado altitude. So do with that what you will. I mean, these players aren't used to playing in altitude that high. In atmospheres like that. Those atmospheres are damn cauldrons, and you're over 4,000 or 5,000 feet into the sky. You know what? It's pretty damn tough. I think it just comes down to the altitude. They don't have enough time to train in it. They don't have enough time to get their bodies right to it. Some teams are better at it than others, but, you know, don't worry, Dortmund's no better. And you know what? I respect it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Second half to start. Thing is, Mexican teams have been playing in the States for decades. Yeah, but MLS teams, now that MLS is growing, I mean, the gap is closing because MLS teams do just fine playing at their home stadiums against Mexican teams. And I wouldn't call MLS stadiums fortresses, at least not many of them. If Toronto's good, yeah, BMO's a fortress, but they're not good. LAFC, okay, that's a fortress. Galaxy, no. Columbus, their new stadium is a bit more of a fortress than MAPFRO was. And I mean, I've been to MAPFRO Stadium. So, and Jordy Mihailovic is coming on at the half. Praise the Lord. Jordy's playing 45 minutes. Let's go. It depends when you want to talk about fortresses. So it's not the same. It's easier to win in the U.S. for anyone in the world than the other way around. Yes. I'm missing the context. Oh, Jordy, okay. I mean, Colorado, the Rockies, the Rocky Mountains area, like Denver, Canadian cities close to the Rockies and the Canadian band of the Rockies, because contrary to popular belief, the Rockies stretch into Canada. I didn't know if you knew that, but there you go. Energizer Park is more of a food destination. You know, I gotta say, from what I've seen, Energizer Park, City Park, I still call it City Park. City Park, their menu looks amazing. Their food menu, their concessions menu, from what I've seen, still haven't went to City Park yet, looks amazing. And I saw the new things that came in for this season. Thanks, Severe Weather Coverage. Thanks, KMOV. Josh Sargent off for Jordy Mihailovic. What? They took off Sargent for Mihailovic. See what I mean? I just said it. I was like, yeah, by the time Mihailovic comes on, Sargent comes off. I didn't know they'd take Sargent off for Mihailovic himself. I mean, yeah, we got our creativity back, but where's our striker? Well, at least DeAndre's still on. But no, I mean, I like City Park's got a pretty damn good menu from what I. That's new for me. Yo, how we doing, son? Cincinnati thrashed Tigres in Ohio, and they can win at home. At least they forced an away leg. Yeah. 46 minute. But, yeah, I mean, I like what I see from City Park. I wonder if Mexican teams will win in Bolivia or Nepal, since there's already high altitude there. Well, I mean, the thing about Bolivia is they win at home all the time. They don't win on the road. That's kind of like the thing about Bolivia. I don't know about Nepal, but I don't look into that. It's not CONMEBOL. It's not in my own backyard. But, you know, yeah, from what I've seen when it comes to City Park, the world lost a legend, Chuck Norris. Yep. That one was sad, man. I didn't realize that would, frankly, get Fraser out. Cricket's more of a cricket. You mean Nepal's more of a cricket playing nation? Get Fraser out of our club. Call the pirate. Call the pirate. Man, I'm still in shock. Yeah, I didn't realize that one would hit so hard for me. Chuck Norris dying. Like, I thought it would be sad. I thought it would. It's one of the ones that hit me the hardest. I won't lie. Like Chuck Norris, like you start to believe in the Chuck Norris jokes, you know? So you thought, oh, the dude's invincible. And then it's fine. Like, I know he wasn't, but you kind of start to believe in the jokes, you know? You know, dude was a badass anyway. Now, Sylvester Stallone's going to hurt a lot worse. Now, I will say, Sylvester Stallone passing away is going to hurt a lot worse. Header, that one's going to hurt. That one's going to hit much harder. Like, I mean, if Chuck Norris was a sad day, Sylvester Stallone dying is going to be an even sadder day. Robin Fraser's out of his mind. He's not ready to play 90 yet. Dude, he was playing for Norwich. Why is he not ready to play 90? I liked Walker, Texas Ranger, yeah. I mean, I grew up liking that show. You know, I mean, I remember it being on every so often on whatever channel it was on at the time. I don't remember exactly which, but header. It was always on syndication. It showed up, and I watched it. I mean, it was a good show. Like, I don't think it was on the exact channel like Gunsmoke and Bonanza and The Rifleman, but it wasn't that old. But, or Andy Griffith. So, yeah. Probably wasn't on the channel. It may have been on the channel that Married with Children was on. Speaking of old actors that their deaths are going to hit hard for me, Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy. When Ed O'Neill, I love Married with Children, I love Modern Family. I love both shows. And I think both shows, ironically enough, here's my take. This game's pretty slow. Here's my take. Modern Family is a spinoff of Married with Children. It is. Because Claire is Kelly Bundy. Mitchell is Bud Bundy. Dee Dee was Peggy. I think those characters are those characters. So, yes, it is a multiverse spinoff of Married with Children where Al gets remarried and he's a closet salesman instead. Like, Modern Family is a spinoff of Married with Children. And Claire Dunphy comes from Kelly Bundy. And Dunphy and Bundy kind of rhyme, doesn't it? I'm just saying. Mitchell, shot, saved. I'm surprised I went off the post and saved. Gavin makes the save. So, to me, Modern Family is Married with Children, but it's a multiverse version of it. And if you watch both shows, it makes sense. And then the funny little part is that David Faustino shows up in Modern Family as a guest. Like, they all show up. If you watch both shows, it makes sense. That take makes sense. So, if you watch both shows. So. I don't blame Al Bundy one bit. Hey, I don't blame Al Bundy one bit. I mean, if I could trade, Katie Sagal wasn't too bad looking, but Sofia Vergara, though, if I could trade out Peggy Bundy for, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I don't blame him at all. Chris Wood back from injury. '53rd minute. Chris Wood is finally back. Well, good for Forrest. He still plays for Forrest, right? 53rd minute. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Playing forward. That would take so long to count to infinity. Legitimately, though. I don't know how long it would take, but it would take a long time. But yeah, no, my point being is Married with Children, Modern Family is the same show. And if you watch both shows, you get it. That's just my take, though. Corner for Columbus. I don't know if I watched every episode of both shows, but I've watched enough. Probably 3/4 of both. Cross in. '55th minute. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Is Sofia Vergara that good of an actress? No, but I don't think that's the point. But I don't think that's the point. Katie Seagal is a better actress than Sofia Vergara, but I don't think that's the point of Sofia Vergara. Shot goal! Toronto FC scores! Jose Cifuentes ties the game with a volley. 1-1. 1-1. Wow. In general, all the other stuff, well, I agree. Leela. Jose Cifuentes makes it 1-1. What a shot. Sifu! Love it. Shot. Boom. At the penalty spot. Well, pretty damn close, but good shot. 1-1. 56th minute. See if we round up. The goal did count. Jose Cifuentes, baby. 56th minute. 1-1. Now don't blow it. Told you it'd be 2-1 for somebody. I told you it'd be 2-1 for somebody. Is he still here? I like it in Futurama when they parody Married with Children. It was so funny. Yeah. I also love Futurama. Honestly, another take. Here's another take. Free kick for Toronto. Futurama is better than The Simpsons. Futurama is the better Matt Groening show. Yeah, we'll go with it. Cross in. Futurama is the better show. Columbus haven't offered a lot since they scored. I agree. I think Toronto's been the better team since Columbus has scored. I think they deserve that. I think Toronto deserved that goal. But yeah, no, Futurama is the better show of the two. By far. Shot. Saved by Schulte. I don't mind that. Futurama is better than The Simpsons. And I don't hate The Simpsons. Don't get me wrong. Futurama is the better show, though. Always have believed that. I mean, hell, by the time I was able to start watching shows like that, I think Simpsons already jumped the shark, and that was 2006. Should I have been watching shows like that at the time? No, but I didn't repeat it at school, so I didn't break that rule. Ball crossed in, but well, shit, it was probably closer to 2005. Either one. Shit, I think Simpsons had jumped the shark by 2006. See, South Park, and no, you could go 30 years as a show and not jump the shark. Ask South Park. South Park never jumped the shark. And I'm not saying, older Simpsons is better. There are episodes in the current era that are just as good as Prime, but SpongeBob, right? Look at SpongeBob. That jumped the shark. Early Simpsons were godlike for a long time. They have needed to have the plug pulled on them. Agreed. And I think, weirdly enough, SpongeBob showed you could jump the shark and still save the show. Because after the movie, SpongeBob, from season 5 to, and I still watch SpongeBob to this day. I still do. Always will. I'll watch SpongeBob till I die. Even if it's just old episodes. At that time. My whole life, I will still watch the old shows that I grew up with. SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Figure It Out, Drake and Josh. I will always go back to those. Unashamedly. Always will. But SpongeBob is a show where I think it jumped the shark, but they saved it. Because I think over the past 10 years, 8-10 years, I think SpongeBob has hit a new, I won't say peak, but it's closer to the old days, quality-wise. But from season 5 to post-movie, season 5 to 2014, 2016, it was garbage. Especially seasons 5 to 8. That was the worst. That was the worst. But I think SpongeBob saved, they jumped the shark, but they saved it. It's still not season 1 to 4. Season 1 to 4, SpongeBob was the peak. Up to the first movie, that was the peak. But they definitely, season 5 to 8, there were some gems in there, but, there's a reason why. Shot safe. If you know the channel Mr. Enter, there's a reason why. A lot of those episodes that are animated atrocities are season 5 to 8. So, I don't disagree. Either way. So you can save it from jumping the shark. Simpsons never did that. That's one thing they didn't do, is save themselves from jumping the shark. SpongeBob did it. But South Park never jumped the shark, is my point. South Park's been on for about, at this point, okay, maybe not as long as Simpsons, but it's been pretty damn long. South Park's never jumped the shark, and it never will. Now, do I think it'll go until Trey Parker and Matt Stone die? No, they will stop at some point. But I don't think it will ever jump the shark. I don't think so. South Park and SpongeBob are the same age. Yeah, and South Park never jumped the shark. Jesus Christ, man. 63rd minute. What about Kenan and Kel? I love Kenan and Kel. That's a good show. Awesome show. Awesome show. Awesome show. All that, Kenan and Kel. I was born close enough to the 90s where I'm pretty much a 90s kid as well. When it comes to those shows, yeah, I'll go back to those any day of the week. Pete and Pete. all that, Keenan and Kel, Brothers Garcia. What you know about that? What you know about Brothers Garcia? Amanda Show. Man, it is actually, I won't lie though, like seeing how Amanda Bynes turned out, looking back at the Amanda Show is kind of painful. Like knowing how Amanda Bynes turned out. We all know why. Like, it's sad, really, sometimes. Like, it's definitely sad. It's definitely sad. More than others. Either way. Not really. I think Andy Milonakis had a show on Comedy Central. It didn't last that long, though. I think I may have watched an episode or two, like before they got rid of it. Do I think it was funnier than Carlos Mencia? Yeah. Because I think that was around the same time, you know? If I remember correctly. MTV. Well, hey, you know what? Not too far off. I mean, that's still a Viacom channel. Rudy Camacho. I mean, we're just talking about Viacom channels at this point. It's not that far off. I think maybe there was some simulcasts on Comedy Central, but again, Viacom on both networks. Jamal Tiare and Rudy Camacho on for Shambos and Habrun. So, I mean, you know what? Yeah, understandable. It was Eric Andre before Eric Andre. Yeah, I want to say that. Eric Andre is... Some of the things MTV did back then were kind of Comedy Central-esque, so that was probably... But again, Viacom owned all three channels, so... Well, owns, Well, technically Skydance owns them now. Shut up. Shot! Wide. Thank God. Shut up. Viacom owns them. Well, you know, Paramount Global. You know, it was Viacom CBS. Viacom, the Viacom CBS, and Paramount Global. I get it. It's Viacom. It's the same thing. I was into early MTV as I was more into music than TV. Yeah, by the time I was born, MTV was reality shows. And like maybe 1 hour of TRL. I never got to really, or at least by the time I really was able to understand what the hell was going on in the world. You know, and CMT kind of got the same short straw as well. Like, I think they show music videos more on CMT than they ever do on MTV now. And it's only like 5 hours a day, like from like 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., but, you know, on CMT, but at least, you know, they do have that 24/7 music videos channel on Pluto TV, though. I think there's some MTV 24/7 channels as well on Pluto TV, which is kind of weird, but either way, it's not the same. Either way, 68th minute. And if you're in the UK, it's even worse. There's no MTV anymore. So it could be worse. Zombified MTV that shows Rob Dyrdek 24/7 or no MTV at all. There used to be a music video channel. Who has it worse? MTV used to be amazing. But speaking of old MTV Comedy Central shows that were sketch shows, I still watch Chappelle's Show. Chappelle's Show is still one of the best shows ever. You can have your feelings about Dave Chappelle. To me, Dave Chappelle's still the GOAT. I mean, I still like his current stand-ups on Netflix. But Chappelle's Show is a sketch show. Still, nobody could. And Toronto, I guess it's a penalty for Columbus. Ball crossed in by Columbus. Oh, come on. If it is, it's soft. Herrera and Abu Ali gets tackled. Abu Ali's down 1-1, but I think there's a penalty for Columbus. Corner? No, it looks like they're set up for a corner. But I'm sure they'll check this on VAR and turn it to a penalty. So even if not, it's a corner for Columbus. Okay, it's not a penalty yet, but I'm sure they're going to check it and make it a penalty. It's not a penalty yet. It's just a corner. My bad. But come on, we know what's coming. But, yeah, I mean, cross in, just kick the ball away. Or they're going to play it like that. Look like Zimmerman got the ball. I agree. I think he got the ball too, but I mean, that's just live, right? Oh, no. Dude, they took the corner. How are you going to check it now? Are you kidding me? You can't take the corner and then check it for a penalty. Okay, at least he play on. Okay, good. What the fuck are they doing? 70th minute. Great tackle by Zimmerman. That makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. That's not the rule. You cannot check something after the next play has been taken. Unless it was something else. Playing forward. We almost got screwed. Luckily we didn't, but the corner was taken. You can't check the penalty. Still 1-0 for Everton. Chelsea sucks, man. Throw in. Pierre-Luc Lazier is about to Pierre-Luc Lazier. Brighton beat Liverpool 2-1. Yeah, no surprise. Oh, yeah, we already covered that. Shot save. Oh, yeah, we already covered that. My bad, yeah. 72nd minute. 2-1 to Brighton. Playing forward. But one. Playing forward. Blocked away. Herrera's cross blocked away for a corner. 72 minutes. But yeah, no, I never got Peak MTV. I got Laguna Beach. Which, I mean, that's not a bad show, but, you know. Ball crossed in. The MTV I got was Laguna Beach, The Hills. Was Dr. Drew on MTV or was that something else? Or Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. Like, I remember that I should have, like, I watched a good bit of episodes of that show. I think that was worse. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, my mom and dad loved that show, Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. And I was around when it was on, and I saw a good bit of episodes of that show. I think that was worse for me, and that was like, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, that time period. That was probably worse for somebody than even South Park and Adult Swim. Like, I would say watching, I mean, yeah, my sense of humor is pretty fucked, but that's not as bad. Watching junkie celebrities go through withdrawals from a hack like Dr. Drew, that was probably not good. Hey, Malik Henry's coming on. It's probably not good for my brain. Probably worse than Adult Swim in South Park. Emilio Aristizabal and Malik Henry coming on for Toronto FC for DeAndre Kerr and probably wasn't, probably wasn't. DeAndre Kerr and Jose Cifuentes coming off for Emilio and Malik Henry. Ron, would you raise your kids the same way? Probably, because that's all I know. Hey, as long as you don't repeat it at school. Hey, it worked for me. It worked for me. I mean, I turned out just fine. I mean, I do have a sailor mouth, and I don't know where the line is when it comes. What? What? Leftist. I can't stand Laguna Beach. I live right next to it. I hate everybody there. It's a nightmare. It's like, well, I'm just going by the reality show. That Real World episode when the cast pretend to be homeless was hilarious and sad too. I don't think I saw that episode. It's probably on Paramount Plus though, so either way. Was Miz on that season? I ask because, the Miz used to be on The Real World. The Miz. Yeah, that's awesome how he... 76-minute. But, I mean, I think, for the most part, I think the way I grew up, probably was good for me. So, yeah, my future kids will grow up the same way. As long as they don't repeat what they hear from shows like whatever the popular Adult Swim shows as at the time, or South Park. As long as they don't repeat it at school. I mean, if they follow the rule I followed, it's probably better for them anyway. Who cares? Hey, I turned out just fine. For the most part. I turned out just fine for the most part, I mean, I turned out just fine for the most part, That was a long time, probably the mid-90s. Oh, yeah, Miz wasn't on it then. That turned out just fine. 78th minute, I turned out just fine. When I had to work at Laguna Beach, I would sit in my car and just bang my head against the steering wheel because I knew it was going to be the shittiest day. Doesn't really surprise me. Either way, so, yeah, I think my future kids will grow up like I did. As in, no TV chips, so to speak. I mean, let's be real. Like, it would be harder. Like, in theory, though, and nowadays, it would be harder to, if you wanted to protect them from losing their innocence, it would be harder to do now than when I was born. You know? Because of social media, because of YouTube. You can't control it anyway, you know? I think you kind of have to have that rule. Like, don't repeat it at school. Like I did. I think now it's even more pervasive like that. You kind of just have to have that rule and let the chips fall where they may. You kind of have to, right? I turned out fine. I turned out fine. You know, I mean, you can't really, like, it's not, like, that was a choice. I don't think you have a choice now. I really don't think you do. I really don't. It's either control the narrative or don't. But there's going to be stuff that, either way. 80th minute. Maybe because of the way I grew up. Maybe I am just fucked in the head. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I am. I mean, I'm glad I grew up the way I did for the most part. I think it was better. It was more positive than negative. I would rather grow up the way I did than be sheltered. I believe that. Picard coming on for Columbus. I would rather grow up the way I did than be sheltered. Yeah, but again, it's the 2020s. So I would probably guess 2030s by the time I have kids, but who knows? I mean, there would definitely be outdoor. There would definitely be traveling and camping, for sure. And farm type things, for sure. So, I mean, a little bit better than probably a normal Gen Z, Gen Y, or whatever not Gen X, Gen Y, whatever the fuck they're called now. I don't know. Whatever, hell, maybe a different generation by then. I don't know. Gen Y, I don't fucking know. Either way. Either one. 82nd minute. But enough about that. 82 minutes. Let's watch and see how Tobias time takes hold, or is it reverse Tobias time? Toronto, it's been a bit even over the bar. It's been a bit too even since Gen Y. I don't even know what they're called. It's not Gen X. That was before Gen Z. Gen Z. I think it's Gen Y. I don't know. I don't care. Probably another generation in between that. And either way. Corner. Cross in. Header. Shot. Goal! Toronto leads! Toronto leads! Daniel Shalloway! Well, hold on. It was Walker Zimmerman, I think, actually. 2-1 Toronto. I think it was Walker, actually. Let me see a replay. 2-1 Toronto. Shalloway was the first to congratulate Walker, but it was Walker Zimmerman. Okay. Header in, 2-1. Boom. Ball crossed in, header. Yep, Walker Zimmerman heads it to the far post. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Header, boom. Runs from the penalty spot a little bit forward and just, yeah, Toronto deserved that. Now, it's not over yet. Let's see how they screw this up. Chelsea's losing 2-0 now. Of course they are. You're right. No, I'm not. I'm just happy we scored, but we're going to screw it up somehow. You're right. Walker, Zimmerman. Oh, yeah, by the way, it went over. Did Fraser have a plan? No, I think we just got lucky. I think the players dominated the second half. I think that was the difference. But, hey, worst case, at least we're going to draw. Shot save. Okay, there's still enough time. I mean, I wish it was a roundhouse kick, but we'll take a header goal. The last minute has 60 seconds. Damn it, wise man, Bill. Who let Will Buxton in here? Who let Will Buxton in here? Last minute has 60 seconds. Will Buxton looking ass. Come on now. Wise man, Bill. Help me. Help me. Wise man, Bill. Wise man, Bill Buxton looking ass. Wise man, Bill. 83rd minute. 2-1 Toronto. Wise man, Bill. Goes down the box. Advantage played. They got the ball. Have to wait for the last kick of the game. I knew it was going to come from a corner. Schultes consistently looked clueless from corners. I agree. I do agree with that. It just looks like he doesn't. You're right. You're right. It might be a little early to say, but it appears that Columbus referee might be referred to as screwed. That's what happens when you let your best coach walk to Europe and then you don't rehire him as soon as he gets fired because you only had a coach a week after or a week before he got fired. You could have waited another week to bring back Wilfried Nancy. And now you got this Henrik Rydstrom dude who I've never heard of. And it turns out he may not be Wilfried Nancy. When this team is filled with players bought by Wilfried Nancy. That makes sense. That's probably the problem. And you can argue, well, look at the goal that Wessam scored. That felt like a free kick for Columbus. Well, look at the goal Wessam scored. Look at the play that Zawadzki had to Abu Ali. That was a really Wilfried Nancy type move. Yeah, it's not like they forgot how to play under him. But Henrik Rydstrom doesn't help them play that way. Where's the dude with under 2.5 at now? I don't know. Sanchez tried to save the ball and it went under his hands into the goal. Of course it did. Yellow for Walker Zimmerman. So, do with that what you will. 87th minute. Wise man Bill! I'm going to start calling you Wise man Bill. You know what? No, Wise man Saul. Wise man Saul. 60 seconds in a minute. How obvious is that? And nobody header. And nobody gets the Wise man Bill joke because nobody watched Drive to Survive. Toronto playing forward. Lose the ball. Look up Will Buxton Drive to Survive and you'll get it. Wise man Bill. Gomez and Rossi off for Bangura and Akundizada. You have an hour once I am done with this before you watch the review. So yeah, go look it up after this is over. Wise man Bill. And if you watch IndyCar, yes, that Will Buxton, the guy who calls it on Fox, yes. That same Will Buxton. Yes. Blocked. That same Will Buxton that calls IndyCar on Fox, yes. He used to work in F1 a lot more. He's still on Drive to Survive, though. Columbus signed Andre Gomes. I was hoping they play LAFC this year. It was son that broke Gomes' ankle. Well, it's impossible the way MLS works. Wait, they might still play each other. Well, they're not going to play an MLS Cup. Who are we kidding? Columbus is garbage. Mihailovic is down. Oh, no. As we speak, Toronto FC has 7 points. And they're just under Red Bull. This team might not be too bad. 90th minute. How much stoppage time? Why would they fire Enzo Maresca when the problem is not signing more players this new season? Because Enzo Maresca stood up for himself. He stood up for his plan. He stood up for his team. He stood up because he needed more players, and they didn't want to buy more players. They didn't want to back him, so they fired him. Because Blue Co. is the most idiotic ownership group of all time. And if you're making Marinakis look smart, you got problems. If you're making a Mafia Don look smart, you got problems. 90th minute. If you're making a Greek Mafia Don look smart, you have problems. Simple. They're making a petty Greek Mafia Don who might be an absolute utter criminal look smart. Marinakis is going to come after you, Ryan. Okay, bring it. Bring it. I'm right here. Bring it. I'm right here. Monlouis coming on for Toronto. Bring it. I'm right here. I ain't afraid of no 2-bit Greek Mafia Don. No. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, yeah. I don't want to do your dirty work no more. Oh. Oh. Okay, I don't care about that, Pachara. Oh. Oh. There we go. Better. That first one was a munja cake. Yeah, for sure. Give me some gabagool. Give me some gabagool, and if Marinakis comes after me, I'll deal with him. You ain't gonna catch me playing Don't Stop Believin' on a jukebox eating onion rings. You ain't catching me like that. You ain't catching me like that. I'll tell you that right now. Columbus playing forward. Gavrin covers it. 93rd minute. You ain't catching me sitting at a diner playing Don't Stop Believin' off the jukebox eating onion rings, because I don't really like onion rings. But how about, well, you ain't going to catch me at a diner eating fried pickles. Lacking. You ain't going to catch me lacking. You going to be live for the World Cup qualifier playoffs? Yes, I will be. Yes, I will be. Italy, both the FIFA qualifiers, the Italy game, yes. I'm going to predict them, too, on Wednesday. So there you go. Yeah, but you ain't going to catch me lacking in a diner playing Don't Stop Believin'. Or any 80s music. Or Billy Joel. Point is, you ain't going to catch me lacking with a jukebox next to me eating fried pickles. You ain't going to do that. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Gabagol. Oh! Why you want Italy in the World Cup when there are more powerhouse teams in Europe out of everybody in the qualifiers right now? This is anti-Italian discrimination. Oh! È stronzo! Stronzo! Stai zitto! Stai zitto, stronzo! Stai zitto! Stai zitto! Vaffanculo! Vaffanculo! Forza Italia! Forza Italia! Punto e basta! Stai zitto! Stai zitto, stronzo! Stai zitto! That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why, Italy. That's why. Maron. That's why. That's why. Well, my teams choke. Play that song every day because I believe we can win a championship. I would not listen to Journey after 21 shots of vodka. So you would before, though? 96th minute, caught by Gavrin. But you would, though? Okay. Oh, don't stop believing, yeah. Weird. Either way. Italy don't qualify. That's 3 in a row. Why you thought they were going to win the Gold Cup? Because I thought Canada was going to win the Gold Cup, and then they didn't. We choked. We played down to competition. So, free kick for Toronto with a minute to go. They're going to win this game. Well, I'm not going to say that yet. 96th minute. Toronto got a minute. Just hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah, that was the last kick of the game. Either way, 2-1 Toronto. Because I thought they did. Is Toronto playing at home? Yes, but stupidly enough, they're wearing their away jerseys at home. Because why? I hate that. But hey, at least Toronto's away jersey isn't ugly like, I don't know, St. Louis's. I'd be more pissed off if St. Louis was wearing their away jersey at City Park. That jersey is ugly. And I like Tina Turner, but that jersey is ugly. That jersey is ugly. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Look at the jersey countdown. It was the bottom one. "97th minute. At least Toronto's away jersey's pretty nice. Even though they shouldn't be wearing a... No team should wear their away jersey at home. But it's not like St. Louis, you know. That jersey's ugly. That jersey's ugly. Chelsea's now down 3-0. I said 4-0 for Everton, didn't I? Here we are. This should be... And it's full time! Toronto FC wins 2-1. Well, what did I say? What did I say? 2-1 Toronto was my prediction? What happened? To the frickin' T. 2-1 Toronto win. They held a lead. They held a lead. Columbus sucks now. Yeah, but we won. So at least we're not as bad, yeah? Toronto FC on 7 points now. Let's go. Let's go. Why are the fans cheering Randy Orton when he's supposed to be the heel? Because nobody likes Cody. Nobody in their right mind likes Cody. There you go. There you go. 7 points for Toronto, 5th place. And they play Colorado at home next week. Or the next game they play, this is the 4th of April. My bad, the 4th of April, which is not next week. It's 2 weeks from now, I think. Horrible jersey. Okay, at least we agree. Yes. At least we agree that Tina Turner jersey is ugly. I don't know what they were thinking. Either way, with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that hide button to get this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then tomorrow we got Portland LA Galaxy live RSR. So, oh, Zimmerman is man of the match. Oh, they're giving those awards at every game now. The Michelob Ultra ones. Who asked for that? With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.